So there's some news going around about XRP. And honestly, I've talked about something like this happening because it only makes sense as you see less and less supply that's out there and a finite supply of what it is, right? XRP may be on the verge of a huge supply shock that could absolutely skyrocket the price. Now, just know this is all speculation, and speculation comes with two sides of it, right? If it doesn't happen, we see barely any activity. If it does happen, we see so much more, right? We can say, oh, I believe it's going to get to $5, and $5 ends up being a low price for that. So, what I want to do in this video is I want to talk about that supply shock or potential supply shock and how that could possibly happen in 2026. Guys, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and hit the notification bell for more of these videos. Also, make sure you check out some of the links down below for Twitter, Patreon, and also at the top of the description, I have a link for BTCC. It's a phenomenal platform that I've been using for over a year. You have, if you sign up, using that link, you can get a 10% deposit bonus on your first time deposit. You can get extra bonuses up to $10,055 and up to 40% lower trading fees. And not to mention that you can trade up to a 500x leverage if you wanted to. Now, also, they're doing a giveaway until December 31st. If you sign up using that link down below, you sign up, deposit, and trade, you'll be entered to win 500 USDT. That's free money, right? So go ahead and check that out. Link is at the top of the description. Now, XRP currently stands at $1.85. In the last 24 hours, it is slightly up. Basically breaking even, right? 0.05% increase in the last 24 hours. Volume, $2.19 billion. The market cap, $112 billion, which is low compared to what we've seen in the more recent past. The circulating supply is at 60.57 billion, while the max supply is at 100 billion. Now, knowing that you have a max supply means that you have a certain amount that is available to trade, right? That's going to be available to trade throughout time. There's not going to be any more. They're not going to add any more. It's going to be 100 billion. This is great because now as you have some that's out there, it could potentially create some scarcity. And I think that's what a lot of people look at Bitcoin and they go, you can only mine a certain amount. You can only get a certain amount of rewards, and there's a lot that's held, and all of that, right? The scarcity is what matters. And when it comes to other cryptocurrencies that have a supply like this, 100 billion or 60 billion, you have a finite supply. So a certain amount may be held in wallets, a certain amount may be held for the long term. You might end up having a larger amount that's for somebody that's holding for now, that's looking to trade actively, or people that are going to eventually utilize it. But then you also have a bigger portion, which is ETFs. There's a lot of money that's flowing into ETFs that now it's being taken out of the hands of people to trade actively. So this could create something way bigger than we ever thought. So I saw this article and many other articles associated with it where XRP exchange supply continues to shrink. Is a supply shock in 2026 becoming inevitable? The amount of XRP held on centralized exchanges is declining at an accelerating pace and is currently estimates suggest that only around 1.5 billion XRP remain available on trading platforms. This steadily contraction points to a clear behavioral shift in the market. XRP is increasingly being moved off exchanges into long-term custody. This trend is widely interpreted as a sign of institutional accumulation, especially as demand for XRP exposure through spot XRP ETFs continue to grow. Rather than trade actively on spot markets, larger investors appear to be positioning for longer-term exposure, reducing the liquid supply available for immediate trading. According to the data from So Value, 5 spot XRP ETFs have launched since mid-November, have already attracted more than $1.14 billion in net inflows, pushing total assets under management to approximately 1.24 billion by late December. This pace of capital absorption is notable. ETFs operate differently from retail trading activity. When inflows occur, underlying XRP must be acquired and held, actively removing tokens from the open market. As a result, sustained ETF demand directly tightens spot supply rather than simply increasing short term trading volume. With exchange balances already nearing multi-year lows, continued ETF inflows could significantly reduce the amount of XRP available for price discovery on centralized platforms. So the risk of the supply shock in 2026, a DLT analyst or DLT analysts have highlighted that if current trends persist, the XRP market may face a supply shock as early as 2026. A supply shock occurs when demand accelerates while readily available supply becomes scarce, often resulting in sharp price adjustments as the market searches for equilibrium. In XRP's case, the potential shock is not driven by speculative mania alone, but by structural changes in how XRP is accessed and held. As more exposure shifts towards regulated financial products, liquidity becomes increasingly fragmented between long-term custodians and spot markets. So this could be absolutely massive, right? Where you see some major impact based on many different factors of people holding it, people wanting to trade it, people actively searching for it, spot ETFs, and the dynamic of what ETFs are. When you think of ETFs, as a traditional investor, you're holding those ETFs for a long time, right? It's not just buying and selling. Now, while you're buying XRP and you're also looking to sell it at a higher price for XRP, you're also looking at it as that, right? The ETF where you are holding it for years and years to come and just consistently adding into that, as some people would do. For me, I invest in ETFs that same way. Now, when it comes to individual cryptocurrency ETFs, I'm not really a huge supporter of that. I like all-encompassing ETFs, kind of like investing into all-encompassing ETFs for the market, right? Looking at different tech stocks, different real estate stocks, whatever, and you're putting those all into one area to where you're investing into that for the long term, right? That's kind of what I'm looking for, and the same thing here. But as people are looking at these ETFs, buying and holding these ETFs, buying and holding the position, being able to utilize it, or actively trading it, it could create that massive supply shock that they're talking about. Now, it's not a given that this is 100% going to happen, so I don't want to make it seem like, oh, you need to be in this and be a part of that. You can do whatever you feel like you need to do, but this is another reason as to why we can see cryptocurrencies like XRP absolutely explode in 2026, or I wouldn't say even sooner, because we have a couple of days left in 2025, but many people are talking about this. So I want to know what you guys think about this supply shock. Is it something that's just like, it's just more speculation and nothing actually happening? Or do you believe that these things or something like this could create a massive push to 5, 10, 20, whatever, a massive price, right? Let me know in the comment section below. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell for more of these videos. Also, again, check out my links down below for BTCC, for Twitter, for Patreon, all of that stuff. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. See ya.